Hi everybody, it's me, Anna, from the Indiana channel. Will you please hit like, subscribe, and the notification button to help me keep building my channel. Ta-ding! I love it. I'm so proud of that. I am so proud of that. Well, it's Monday. Of course, Monday is like probably one of the, well, I don't know. See, Monday is one of the days you don't want to go back to work after being off all weekend. It's the first day. And then Friday, you're exhausted because you worked all week. I mean, it could be potato. But today, I'm kind of exhausted. I had a pretty long weekend, too. A really good family-filled weekend, though. But a really good weekend, nonetheless. I was at work the other day, last week. And I don't know why this has kind of come to my mind. And I really want to share this today. Besides, I have been doing the 2 things I like about myself. They're wrote down in a pad. I will post them tomorrow. Anyway, because I'm trying to do the 2 things I like about myself separate from these videos because everybody's not doing the 2 things I like about myself and probably are bored with it. So I'm pretty interested in it to see how far I can go with this. How many days I can make it to see if I can do 2 things for 30 days. It's really interesting to me. But anyway, so I was sharing some of my story with the lady I work with because I'm no longer ashamed of the person that I was, or, I mean, for Christ's sakes, I wrote a book. And so with me writing a book, I can't, be ashamed. I don't talk about graphic details to people, because my childhood was pretty traumatic. Anyway, but I was talking to her and I was like, she's like, oh my God, and I was like, no. My story is not a story where I want people to feel sorry for me because I'm not a victim today. And I shared that with her. I said, I'm not a victim today. She said, but yes, you are. And I'm like, no, I'm really not. And going back and forth with this conversation with her, it's like, I remember when I was talking to my sponsor one time, and how she explained it to me, when I became old enough to make decisions for myself, I was no longer the victim. And I actually understood that. And so I want to share that. When we get to a certain point in our life, that we can make conscious decisions on our own, we're no longer a victim, and we can't stay in that victim mentality. At some point, we become responsible for our own healing. I used to blame for years. And it's only been within the last 10 years that I have started breaking away from this. I don't know more, but it's only been in the last probably 2 to 3 years I stopped blaming my mom. Like, I blamed my mom for every decision, every bad thing, everything that ever went wrong. Now, when I was a child, I was a victim, and I was angry with her for a long time because she didn't protect me. Or the things that I felt like she should have done. And I didn't understand all these things until I got older and started doing some healing on my own, where forgiveness came into play, and where not blaming and being accountable for my own actions became so powerful in my life. It was a huge shift for me when I stopped blaming her and stopped being a victim and started taking accountability for the choices that I was making. And I realized that me personally, am the only one responsible for my healing and the decisions that I make today. It doesn't matter what's going on around me in anyone else's life, what's going on in any other situation in my life. It doesn't matter how anyone else is acting towards me or treats me. What I'm 100% personally responsible for is my own healing, my own actions, my own accountability. I can no longer blame anybody for anything that I do, because I'm aware. And once I become aware of my own actions and my own behaviors, and that I needed to heal to be a better person, to that light, sorry guys, it looks funny, it's like, see it. Anyway, to be a better parent, to be a better nana. That light makes my nose look like Pinocchio. But all this is so very true. I can't, oh geez, hold on. And see, I won't redo the video. I have a real serious problem with that because I'll be critiquing everything and I'll start over from all the way from scratch and do it all over. It'd be crazy. But that's really all I wanted to share today is we as individuals are responsible for our own healing. We are responsible for our own recovery. We are responsible for our own actions. All that is so very true. And if we want to do something different, we have to make the first step to do something different. We have to ask for help. We have to make a decision to change people, places, and things to that light is killing me. Hold on. To be able to have healing, to be able to have some recovery, to be able to make better decisions so we don't have to live in the insanity. Anyway, or to keep trickling down our sicknesses. And that's what we do when we don't heal and when we don't pay attention to what's going on in our own life and we don't take our recovery serious, or we don't take, we don't act on forgiveness, we don't act on our healing, we don't act on those things. We will trickle all that sickness down into our children, and from our children to our grandchildren, from their children. So if you want anything different, you have to do something different. You have to borrow something from somebody else to lend out all that other stuff. And it does work. If we really, really want something, if we really, really want to have a different outcome for our grandchildren and our children, and their children, gosh, it's a trickle effect, everything that we teach them. There's this thing my mom, she gave this to me one time, it was a long time ago, and you guys might be familiar with it. And I don't know it, I can't quote it by verbatim, but it's like, if children are criticized, or if children live with criticism, they begin to criticize. If children live with anger, if children live with intimidation, I can't remember how it goes. I'm going to find it, and since I learned how to do my cover photos, I'm going to make that my cover photo. But it's a very powerful thing. Everything we teach our children, that's all they know until they learn something different. Just like it's all we know until we learn something different. And once we learn something different, it's our responsibility to plant the seed, to teach everybody else something different too. Anyway, it's Monday and I'm tired. I'm going to go to bed. And sorry about the lighting for a minute, but I have a really strict model right now until I learn how to do the editing and stuff better, that I don't want to redo a video once I start it, even if there's a mistake in it, because it's all natural. It's just what it is, and it's very real. But if I start it over every time I think that something's wrong or I make a mistake, I will literally never make a video because I have to go back and fix. Oh my God, I rewind. But I'm going to learn how to edit. I've learned how to do the cover photos, and I've got the lighting down pat in the house now. And I also have figured out here we go. Please hit like, subscribe, and the notification button to help me keep building my channel. And will you share my video too? Even with the bad lighting, I still want to share it. And remember, you are responsible for your healing. You are responsible for your recovery, and you can do it because you deserve it, you're worth it, and you are enough. Good night. I love everybody. Everybody have a really good night. Thank you for listening.